What's going on, everybody, and welcome to Bella Cult Gaming. And today we are continuing our journey into Darksiders II Deathinitive Edition. And what we're going to do today is we're going to go ahead and wrap up this dungeon after we had quite a long and difficult stretch of combat. But now we're able to progress and get this construct here over back to the other side. So once we get over here, we'll be able to actually use it to traverse. And there's actually not much more to this dungeon here. We're nearly done with it. Just got a battle and a couple more secrets to get. And we're actually going to spend the rest of the episode wrapping up the Forest Lands as well. This won't be a long episode, but we'll just go ahead and take care of a few last minute areas in the Forest Lands before we move on to another area. As you can see on the map there is a treasure casket. But we're going to get that later. We're not going to worry about that too much right now. And of course, I'm actually going to keep this in the recording so you guys can hear how ridiculous this is. Of course, there is hammering as soon as I start the recording. Not even 2 minutes into it, we already got something crazy. Yeah, I waited like a whole half hour. There was no interruption when I was like not recording. As soon as I start recording, somebody is hammering shit. My God. Okay, so yeah, basically I was curious about how to get to that treasure chest up top. But we can't get to it from the other room. Alright, so we're not going to worry about that too much right now. And we see up, going forward, we see some type of arena over here. Looks like an arena anyway. With some very glitchy looking lava physics. But we got our boss here, we got Gorm, so we're gonna fight this guy anyway, but apparently he has a connection to Mordia. So we're gonna go ahead and kill him for Mordia. Gorm has a lot of HP, but he's not too tough. Honestly, those two constructs I fought in the last episode were tougher than this guy is. I think he can possibly one-shot you, but if you're careful, you can avoid most of the stuff he does. Like this attack here, you can pretty much just outrun it. It does do damage over time, but it does do fire damage. My strategy is basically just to keep my distance. Keep my distance, let the skeletons, aka zombies, grab his attention. And we're using the skeletal axe to keep our health topped off. And the skellies are actually doing pretty good damage. But he can get these construct allies, and he can also attack you doing this lava attack. Still not much to worry about. Only thing you really gotta worry about from him is his drill attack, as well as that explosion he does. Those are the two main things. Right here, I'm just using my pistol to get wrath, so that I can get these guys up. Those are some pretty good dodges, and the skellies actually helped me keep these guys off me while I fought Gorn. So that's if you guys are using Exhume, that'll be a good strategy to use. Okay, we took care of the constructs. So now we just got Gorn to worry about. And if you guys are halfway decent at dodging, he won't be any problem by himself. Yeah, his damage over time is crazy, I will say that. Like, he nearly killed me with damage over time. And we got him down to about a quarter of his HP. He has a lot of easy tails on his attacks. I wind up, so we can really just cheese him out with the pistol and the Exhume. No big deal. And that's pretty decent damage. Execute, and we got the Mace Maximus, weapon of incredible power, forgotten to the eons, formerly brandished by an ancient lich warlord whose reign of conquest faded into dust. Locked deep in the tombs below the dead plains, thought to never resurface, the only remnant of his tail is inscribed in the runes of this, on this weapon's blade. And that's a horrible looking effect there. That's probably the roughest thing they've ever done. The team that did the Darksiders game. That lava just looks pretty bad. Alright, Mace Maximus. We don't get any health steal or anything like that. It doesn't look like it even has abilities on it, but it does do pretty good damage. We do have to be level, looks like 17 to use it. But I think once you get to 17, it'll probably be considered weak, so I don't know. I don't know about the Mace Maximus. But we are pretty much almost done here. Health on crit's pretty good. Defense. Yeah, I should have gear checked. Definitely got some better stuff by now. Yep. That has way better defense and a much better critical rating, critical damage. Probably switch the talisman. It looks like I stick with the Grim for now. Okay. And we're just about out of here. Get this chest here. I think this will only be health potions. But we can use those since we used up so many of ours. Alright, let's go ahead and try to get this final treasure chest, aka treasure casket. And we can tell we gotta get up there, but the tough part is figuring out how to get up there, because it's not very clear. Some of you guys might have already caught it, but I wasn't quite so quick. See, it's right there actually, and I still didn't see it for some reason. I still didn't see the area. Maybe some of you guys didn't catch it either, but I just caught it. Maybe because I'm looking for it. Alright, and I'm back to this room because I think that it's gonna lead me to the other part with the treasure chest. But I am completely off base. There's nothing in this room that we can use to get to that, the upper parts of the other room. And I've effectively stranded myself in this area here. Suppose I could kill myself if I wanted to get back, but we ain't gonna go out like that. But then again, I think if you do it from over here, you'll respawn over here as well. So I'm not too sure about that. But yeah, because we took this way back over here, we have to take the long way to get all the way back. Unfortunately for me, I don't have the construct. And if you guys remember, we needed the construct in order to proceed forward, because all that's over here is lava. So there's really nothing I could do about it. There's no way we can progress forward unless we can traverse the lava somehow. So at this point, I'm starting to think that I'm stuck. So I'm hoping there's a way to backtrack through this previous room. Hoping there's a way to backtrack over here. But there unfortunately isn't a way to do that, because you can't really climb over here. And there's not really a shortcut back. So effectively stranded myself. And at this point, I believe I've realized that, so I'm just looking for something, anything to help me figure out how to get back. And I'm hoping that this somehow leads to that treasure coffer too, but it doesn't. No reason to come over here. Alright. And maybe it's because I played this game so close to Christmas. After I kill myself here, I do receive a Christmas miracle in the form of the ride pod, aka the construct. And as you can see, it's glitched out. It's still connected to the stuff from the other room, but yeah, so we gotta detach that chain and we can ride it back. So if you guys do get stuck, like I did here, you just want to kill yourself, jump in the lava, and the ride pod will be back. It'll glitch out just like it did for me, but you guys will be able to jump on it, detach the chain, and take it back. So just a pro tip there. Okay, but we're still no close to figuring out just how the hell to get to this treasure coffer in this room. We just did all that crazy hullabaloo. Attach that, and let's really examine this area. There we go. Had to see it now. There, some of you guys have probably seen that twice already, but apparently that was my first time noticing it. And there's nothing really there except for some weapons and guilt, so I'm sure that won't count against your achievements or anything like that. That's just getting that for completionist sake. So now we're all set with this dungeon. We can go ahead and get out of here. Go ahead and leave. And for the most part, we are pretty much done with the Forge Lands. We can probably get one of those chests there, but the one chest over there by Vulgrim, we can't get that until we get the portal gun or the portal tool. There's a few things we could do as far as fighting a boss named Bathir, but I actually forgot about that when I was playing. I forgot how to get to her. So we're gonna have to actually do that later after we come back. But what we're gonna do here is we're just gonna go ahead and wrap up the Forge Lands. There are a few more subquests we could do too, but I'm not gonna worry about that too much. Because really we have a good excuse to come back. Because a few places.
Something troubles you. Which was the greater sin? To create a monster, or to send you to kill it?
We'll take care of this
Either
side
way,
quest.
it is finished.
Then Gorn's nightmare has ended at long last. I can still see the spark of life burning inside him, turning him to slag. May the stone forgive us, horsemen. I cannot forgive myself. What was old is new
Alright,
again.
we can sell her some of these weapons that we don't need.
offer this to the forest.
We can really sell those maker scythes. I think I'm gonna do that too. Yep. We don't really need them. Yeah, and we gotta come back to the Forge Lands anyway once we get the teleport tool. So once we get that, we'll just go ahead and do get 100% of everything here.
I will make use of it as best as I can. You have touched the darkness again and again. My thanks.
Alright, we're just gonna take care of some last minute stuff. Alright, strengthening the exhume path, the necromancer skills. Alright, and we're done here for now. So now we just gotta get to the tree. And that's what I'm doing here. I'm teleporting closer to it. And thanks to Adard's sacrifice and his resurrection of the Guardian, we're able to actually get to the tree now. Thanks to the strength of the Guardian, he was able to bash through the corruption. So without Adard, this wouldn't have been possible. So rip to Adard. He's a pretty cool character. Hopefully they put his soul into a very powerful and wise construct. Well, he'll be wise by default, just by if he gets any of Adar's memories, he'll be wise by default. So all right, the tree looks pretty damn cool. This whole area looks pretty damn cool. We got some maker statues over here that appear to resemble Mudia, or at least shamans. This here's some robe figures, maybe angelic, or possibly demonic, not sure. Alright, we got the Tree of Life trophy. And we leveled up again. A lot of points for that Tree of Life. Getting to the Tree of Life. And even here there's corruption. From our boy Deathinitive with the
And so you have come,
game over jingle.
bearing your sin like a badge of honor. What do you seek, pale rider?
The return of mankind.
To a barren planet shorn of life. Oh, humans are weak and simple. They would not survive this resurrection, nor do they deserve it.
That is not ours to judge. I do this to spare war from the Council's punishment.
And what of the Nephilim? Would you save but one and not the rest?
The Nephilim are a threat to the balance.
If we had taken Eden, none of this would have happened. Yet you rode against us, slaughtered our flesh, then bound our souls in your amulet.
Who are you?
I think you know. Once, you called me brother.
Absalom.
I have forsaken that name. Now, I am corruption. The day you raised your scythe against us, I was born, and soon I will be all. The tree of life has fallen to my darkness, from withered root to fruitless limb, and even death himself will not escape it.
So that right there is an indictment against the power of the Nephilim. If that one Nephilim can die and come back as a planet-eating entity called corruption that can infect and control different life forms,
What defines a soul?
it's too strong.
Some call it the spark within that fights the darkness, that burns for life itself. But what of death, who became the Reaper on the day he slaughtered the Nephilim? He killed his brother, his comrades, and Absalom.
Death! Why do you slay your own?
The Nephilim have no claim to Eden.
There are realms for angels and demons. Why not for us?
Eden belongs to man.
It belongs to those who take it!
The eons have not answered the question. Was it worth it?
Brother.
That one moment begot corruption and crowned him kinslayer. The bitter victory could not be undone.
Tree of Death. And for those of you who think I compare the game too much to Legacy of Kain,
Ah, the Pale Rider. Isn't it odd that so many have come here by your hand? And yet you so rarely visit the Dead Kingdom.
I had no plan to visit this wretched place. I sought the Tree of Life. I found it. Now I'm here.
The tree is no destination, my friend. Only a portal to other worlds. If the tree is what you seek, then you have arrived.
sounds like Frank
I have
Oz.
been betrayed.
Not so hasty. The tree is wise beyond imagining. If it brought you here, then here is where you belong. Perhaps I can help.
I doubt it.
You would be wise to heed me. I have a merchant's skill to grant your deepest desire. Tell me, Rider, what do you seek?
I would redeem my brother, restore the balance.
Yes, I have heard the tale. Your brother rode though no call was given, and mankind paid the price.
Guard your tongue, merchant.
I give no judgment, friend. Only pass on that which I have been told. You were right to seek the tree, but it is only the gateway. What you seek is the Well of Souls.
Here's a lot of info, as you can see.
The Well of Souls can restore humanity.
And more. The well channels the dead into this kingdom from every world, above and below. It is also how souls are brought back into creation when they are ready to be reborn.
You still haven't said what you are.
The history of my people was burned to ash along with our world.
I think he's a hollow.
Forgotten even by those who destroyed them.
And we'll get to them once we get to
Now,
Darksiders 3.
Only the smoke remains. We were not the first, nor will we be the last. It is the way of things.
The way of things is balance.
And what balances life? Nothingness. Or corruption. Eventually, it consumes us
Nothingness could refer to hollows.
So it would seem. None of this explains what you're doing here.
all. I am merely a humble merchant with a taste for the finer things. In life and in death. I am Ostagoth, and it would amuse me to offer you my wares.
Tree of life, tree of death, portals to other worlds. I know none of this. How is it I have remained so blind, or does your tongue only spit lies?
Much was kept from the Nephilim, and from the Four.
Why?
Because power must be tempered with ignorance. If the Nephilim knew the true nature of the tree, all would have perished.
I forsook the Nephilim, became a warrior for the balance, even killed my own people. I protect these worlds, you and the tree, yet still I remain in the dark.
Forsaken, yes. Forgotten? No. The Nephilim live on in you. But what do I know? I am but a simple merchant.
He's just like Fulgrim, a merchant with a lot of information.
What if I wish to return to the Forge Lands?
The Tree of Life has many portals, Rider. Some may help you retrace your path.
The one on the right.
Many portals are closed, but the ones to the Forge Lands remains open.
So if we get the portal tool, we'll be able to go right back. We have to come back to the tree though.
Rouse to your
Okay,
heart's content.
Ostagoth is pretty interesting, but I did want to finish my point. Yeah, to those guys who may think that I'm trying to connect this to Legacy of Kain a little too hard, I think the proof is in the pudding here, because a lot of the symbols and things like that look like they're out of Legacy of Kain. The characters are very reminiscent of Legacy of Kain characters, and then here we've met Death's brother, who he killed a long time ago, who's become corruption. His brother Absalom. His brother Absalom is actually voiced by the same voice actor who voiced Kain from Legacy of Kain. I don't think that's a coincidence. I think Legacy of Kain is one of the biggest influences on the Darksiders series. I think Kain, characters such as Kain, Dante, and Kratos influence war, and I think Raziel is a very direct influence to Death in design particularly. And Azrael, who the angel that Raziel is based on, is the angel of death.
Begin?
You must scale the Serpent's Peak and summon the Eternal Throne. There the Lord of Bones slumbers. He will guide you to the well, or he will have your soul. Before you go, horseman, consider this. My people may be lost, but their relics yet remain. You may come across them in your travels. They are worthless to most, but valuable to me. Return them, and I will trade relic for coin.
So this is a different sort of collectible. We'll want to collect relics specifically for Ostagoth. So, and they kind of take the place of, that's ridiculous. Oh my god. And you guys can probably hear that. Anyway, the relics, I think, take the place of the Book of the Dead pages. Actually, I think you still collect those here too. Yep, so we know our next destination, and we'll be exploring here. But I do appreciate you guys for hanging out with me, watching me play some video games today. I want you guys to take care. Have a great day. Till next time. Peace out, guys.